Welcome to the ICAT Damage Estimator website. My name is Joel Gratz, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the features of this website that allow you to explore U.S. damaging storms, that is hurricanes and tropical storms that have made landfall from 1900 through 2008. And you'll be able to estimate how much damage these storms would cause if they made landfall today. And once you explore these damages, you'll be able to share them through email, Google Earth, and keep up to date with current storms with our damage blog. And this site is best viewed in Firefox, Safari, or Chrome. When you enter the site for the first time, you'll see this window, which gives you the option to view the video, view the top 10 damaging storms, or just go to the site. And if you'd like to bypass this window in the future, just check here. We'll go to the top 10 damaging storms, where we can see the most damaging storm is the Great Miami Storm of 1926. And our estimate is that if this storm made landfall in 2009 at current levels of inflation, wealth, and population, it would cause an estimated $180 billion in damage. We can clear this top 10 damaging storm search and also go to quick search, where we'll see not only the top 10 damaging storms, but also storms from the last 5 seasons, which I'll click on, and we will see 20 storms from 2004 through 2008 that made a damaging landfall in the United States. The top storm is Katrina at $91.5 billion of damage if it made landfall in 2009, followed by Wilma at about $25 billion if it made landfall in 2009. If you know what you're looking for, you can use the search bar on the upper left to, say, type in a year and click enter, and in this case we'll see all landfalling storms that caused damage in the year 2005. We can click on the storm name, in this case Katrina, and we'll see it highlight in the map, or we can click on a storm track in the map, see it highlight in the data table. After I clear this search, we can also use the search bar to look for a specific storm. So I'll look for Hurricane Camille, which made landfall in 1969. You can zoom in by using the slider in Google Maps or by using the scroll wheel on your mouse. You can change the view from purely a map view to satellite to a combination of both, or even terrain. I think in this case I'll stick on the map view. And you can notice that in 1969, Camille caused about $1.4 billion of damage. However, if this same exact storm made landfall today in 2009, it would cause over $25 billion. And that's simply because of inflation, an increase in wealth. People own more stuff, if you will, and there are more people affected if a hurricane, and specifically Camille, made landfall in this area. Now I can clear this search, and if we want to be a little bit more comprehensive, we can use the All Storms area, where we can search by storm name, landfall state, the year of landfall, the category, and the month of landfall. So in this case, I'll look for storms that made landfall in the month of June. And in the month of June, after I click done, we'll see that there are 19 storms that made landfall since 1900 in the month of June and that caused damage. Looking at the histogram on the left, this is basically saying that most of the storms that make landfall in June do not cause much damage. So when we look at all of the damage on a level playing field, as if all the storms made landfall in 2009, what we'll call current damage, 9 of the 19 storms that made landfall caused $25 to $100 million in damage. So that's about half. So that's pretty low on the damage scale. We can also look at statistics for this search. So the average damage is about $1.9 billion, with a median damage, though, of only about $100 million. Now, again, we can click on the data table to see the storm highlighted in the map, or click on the map to see it highlighted in the data table. And if you don't see it highlighted right away, we can scroll down, and there it is. Now, we can further refine this search by looking for only major hurricanes, so category 3, 4, and 5 that have made landfall in June. So I'll select those, click done, and now we see that limits it to only 2 storms, Hurricane Audrey in 1957 and Storm 2 in 1934, and before 1950, storms were generally not named and only known for the order in which they came during the year. So in this case, this was the second storm in 1934. If it was a large or especially damaging storm before 1950, there will be a name associated with it. Now, we can also take a look at only Category 3, 4, and 5, or major storms that make landfall in Texas. So I can clear just part of my search. So in this case, I'll clear June. Now I see all Category 3, 4, and 5 storms. There are 78 of them, but I will limit them to Texas. So I'll click Texas, click Done, and now we are down to 16 major hurricanes that have made landfall in Texas. And you can see 8 of them, or half of them, have caused between about 1 and 5 billion in damage, and 2 have actually caused over 50 billion in damage. The data is automatically sorted with the highest current damage first. So the Galveston storm of 1900 were to occur today in 2009 would cause an estimated $94 billion in total damage, and this ranks it the second highest damaging storm in our database. The only higher would be the Great Miami Storm in 1926. We can sort through the map so we can see the highest and lowest base damage, or the damage in which the year that the storm occurred, and we can also sort by the landfall date. So Galveston storm was the latest date, or the one furthest back in history. And the most recent Category 3, 4, and 5 that made landfall in Texas would be Hurricane Brett in 1999. I can bookmark this search, and depending on your browser, you can bookmark and select it so you can return to it right away, or we can clear the entire search and we'll be ready for the next search. The Map Tools section of this website provides 2 unique features. The first is select a segment of coastline. So let's say there might be a storm heading toward the panhandle of Florida, or I'm just interested in this area in general. I'm going to zoom in using the scroll wheel on my mouse to the panhandle of Florida, and I am going to click once at Fort Walton Beach and again at Panama City Beach. And when I do that, I will see all storms that pass through these points. And I can see 4 in my search: Eloise, Alberto, Barry, and Florence. And you can see the current damage that each one of those storms would cause. Or I might be interested in a specific area. So I'll select a point of coastline and define the radius around this point. So let's say I'm interested in Miami and all storms that have passed within, say, 50 miles of Miami. So I'm going to click once again on this coastline, and then again to drag out the circle, and you'll see the real-time radius displayed on the top of the map. And so I'm going to get close to 50 and let go. And now I will see all storms that have passed within about 50 miles of Miami. And that includes about 26 storms. The most damaging, again, is the Great Miami Hurricane of 1926. The ICAT Damage Estimator also allows you to share the website with others. If you search for all storms that made landfall and caused damage in 2008, you can email a link directly to this page. You can print the page, export the data table to Excel or another spreadsheet program, or my personal favorite, open this in Google Earth. When you click Google Earth, you can either save the KML file or just open it in Google Earth. And if you do not have Google Earth installed, it's a free download at earth.google.com. So when I click OK, I see all the storms that made a damaging landfall in 2008 on the map, and I can click the points for more information. ICAT developed this website to provide easy access to historical hurricane damage information and to deliver important and relevant information to the broader community. Please find more information about the ICAT Damage Estimator and about ICAT itself at our About ICAT page. Also, browse through the FAQ page for answers to some questions you may have, and to stay up to date with new features on the website and also commentary and estimates when we have active storms, please check out our damage blog and subscribe to the RSS feed. We will continually work to improve the site, and we welcome your feedback, comments, and questions. You can submit feedback with this link on the home page or go to our About ICAT page for additional contact information. Enjoy the site, and we look forward to hearing from you.